welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a challenge that, let's be honest, unites pretty much all of us: procrastination. You know that nagging feeling of putting off what you know you need to do? Well, we're going to break down exactly why it happens, and, more importantly, how you can get the upper hand. So, picture this. You've got a huge deadline breathing down your neck. The clock is ticking, right? You know you have to get started. The pressure's on, and the path forward seems pretty clear. And yet, for some reason, that's the exact moment you decide to reorganize your bookshelf. Or, suddenly cleaning out the fridge feels incredibly urgent. We've all been there, right? Falling down that internet rabbit hole instead of tackling the big thing. Okay, so if this sounds painfully familiar, I've got some good news for you. You're not lazy. Not at all. You're actually in the middle of a battle. And this isn't some new, modern problem. It's a fundamental human struggle that's been going on forever. So let's dive into just how universal this struggle is. I mean, this feeling isn't new at all. It actually has a name that goes back thousands of years, way before smartphones and social media were even a thought. Believe it or not, the ancient Greeks were wrestling with this very same question. They looked around and saw people constantly doing things that went against their own better judgment, and they were desperate to figure out why. And a little guy named Aristotle actually gave it a name: akrasia. It literally means the state of acting against your better judgment. It's that frustrating gap between what you intend to do and what you actually do. And that, right there, is the very heart of procrastination. Okay, so what is actually happening inside our heads when we fall into this loop? Well, the answer lies in a pretty intense conflict happening deep inside our own brains. Think of it like a neurological tug of war. So, this battle pits two very different parts of your brain against each other. In one corner, you've got the limbic system. This is the ancient, instinct-driven part of your brain. All it cares about is immediate rewards. It wants to feel good right now. And in the other corner, you have the prefrontal cortex. This is the newer, more rational part, kind of like the CEO of your brain, trying to handle long-term planning and future goals. And this quote from psychologist Dr. Tim Pickle just nails it. Our brain is fundamentally hardwired to want instant gratification over some far-off, long-term benefit. So when you're faced with a tough or boring task, your limbic system basically starts screaming, "Abort mission! Avoid this feeling! Go do something fun instead!" And here's the thing. Because that limbic system is so much older and more dominant, it often wins. So when you procrastinate, it's not a moral failing. It's biology. Your limbic system is just overpowering your prefrontal cortex. This is so crucial to get. It's not a sign of weakness, it's just your ancient brain wiring doing what it's designed to do. Okay, so we know it's a battle inside the brain, but what are the specific triggers that kick this whole thing off? Because as we're about to see, it's almost never really about the task itself. It's about something way deeper. And when you look at these triggers, something really fascinating becomes clear. Procrastination isn't a time management problem, it's an emotion management problem. We put things off to avoid feeling bad. It could be anxiety, the fear of failure, or just plain old boredom. It's not the task we're avoiding, it's the negative feeling associated with the task. And this future self problem, it is a huge piece of the puzzle. Psychologically, we often feel totally disconnected from the person we're going to be in the future. It's almost like they're a different person. So their problems, like that looming deadline, they just don't feel urgent to our present self. So what do? We prioritize making our present self feel good and basically kick the can down the road for that stranger to deal with. Okay, so understanding the why is half the battle, for sure. But the other half is all about action. And the good news is, we are not helpless in this fight. There are practical ways to tip the scales and give our prefrontal cortex a fighting chance. And here's the secret. You can't just eliminate the limbic system's desires. You can't just will it away. But what you can do is work with it. Instead of trying to fight that powerful urge for an instant reward, you can use simple strategies to kind of outsmart it. All right, here's a simple 3-step playbook to beat procrastination. Step 1, shrink the task. Big, overwhelming projects are scary, so break them down into tiny, manageable first steps. Step 2, just start for 10 minutes. That's it. Anyone can do something for just 10 minutes, right? Starting is always the hardest part. And step 3, this is the magic part. Reward the win. When you finish that tiny step, give yourself an immediate small reward. This satisfies that limbic system and tells it, hey, doing this work actually feels good. And this brings us to maybe the most important takeaway of all. It's about making a fundamental shift, moving away from self-blame and towards self-compassion. It's all about shifting your mindset. The old way of thinking is, I'm so lazy and undisciplined. And all that does is create stress and guilt, which, guess what, leads to even more procrastination. The new mindset is, okay, my brain is wired for immediate reward, and that's okay. I have tools to manage it. See the difference? That second one leads to self-compassion, and most importantly, to actual progress. Because at the end of the day, it's about making it just a little bit easier for your rational brain to win the next small battle. Every single time you use one of these strategies, you're basically doing a rep at the gym for your prefrontal cortex. You're making it stronger and better equipped to take charge next time. So I'll leave you with this thought. A little challenge. What is one important thing you've been putting off that you can give just 10 minutes to right now as soon as this is over? Just 10 minutes. What will it be?